Is this the American president who can be trusted to save Gazans? Menahem KahanaAFP via a new national poll from the New York Times-Siena College reinforces what's becoming clearer every day. Joe Biden's strength among Democrats and other past supporters has been steadily weakened by deep unhappiness with his staunch support for Israel in its war with Hamas. Weakens as this phenomenon is especially evident among young voters. This group, a left-leaning group, surprisingly favors Donald Trump over Biden by a 49% to 43% margin in the Times-Siena poll. While there are several factors contributing to Biden's poor standing with young voters, including his age, cost of living concerns and unfulfilled promises on student loans and climate change, Times data wizard Nate Cohn sees plenty of evidence that the fight is over. It's usually not worth dwelling too much on a single poll's subsample. But this basic story about young voters is present in nearly every major poll now. Our battlefield situation surveys in the fall showed something similar. Mr. Biden has a 1-point lead, 18 to 29. Both figures were a big departure from Mr. Biden's 21-point lead the last poll before the midterms, or a 10-point lead in our last national poll July. And there is a plausible explanation for the change in recent months. Israel. Young voters surveyed have an exceptionally negative view of Israel's recent behavior. Majorities say Israel has not done enough to prevent civilian deaths in Gaza, believe Israel is not interested in peace, and criticize Israeli military action. He thinks he should stop it, even if it means Hamas is not eliminated. If it is true that Biden lost voters to Trump because he leaned too much towards Israel in this war, then the following question needs to be asked: do these voters know Trump's stance on this war? Do they think Trump will be more helpful to the suffering people of Gaza? Anyone familiar with 45th president's Middle East policies while in office, and by extension his Islamophobic immigration policies, would laugh at the idea of him being more sympathetic to Palestinians than Biden. His January 2020 peace plan for region, unveiled alongside longtime ally Bibi Netanyahu, will give Palestinians possibility a state while giving Israel much of what it has sought throughout decades: conflict with limited sovereignty. What New York Times described like Mr. Trump's plan ensure that Israel would control a unified Jerusalem as its capital and not require dismantling of any settlements on the West Bank, which has provoked Palestinian anger and alienated much of world. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas immediately condemned the plan as a conspiracy deal, unworthy of serious consideration, making the decades-long quest for a so-called two-state solution seem further away than ever. We say it 1,000 times: no, 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 Mr. Abbas said in the West Bank city of Ramallah on Tuesday. While Trump's peace plan is DOA, the